Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're stepping into a scenario that's honestly quite unsettling. I imagine everything just stops. No news updates, no calls getting through, no signal at all. Just, well, silence and inexplicable quiet. We're going to be digging into some really unique source material today, these audio logs that chronicle this rapidly unfolding mystery called the ghost ping. Specifically, we're hitting the second installment, Steel and Shadow. But maybe first, for anyone just joining, a quick catch-up on where we left off.
Yeah, absolutely. So in our first look at the ghost ping, we met Operator 9 Lima Charlie. He's holed up in the secure fallback shelter R93. It's about 30 clicks west of Bonn. And on day one, he wakes up and bam, the signal is just gone. Total communication blackout.
Everything, like satellites, phones.
Everything. News feeds, satellites, GSM mobile networks, even the FM band was just static.
Well,
local landlines dead too. And the local power grid had already failed hours before, around 04.17 in the morning.
And what really stood out for me from that first log was his feeling, like right away, that this wasn't just a normal power outage. It felt different.
Exactly, that's key. His EMP-rated vacuum tube gear,
Yeah.
the really robust old-school stuff designed to survive an electromagnetic pulse that was working fine. But all the modern digital systems, glitching like crazy, that difference told him something was seriously wrong. And even though an alert blue was apparently flagged as a drill at 5 a.m.
A drill. Seriously.
Yeah, flag as a drill. But just 30 minutes later, Bonn command just went completely dark. Poof. And for him, it hit home immediately. His wife was in Bonn. She never called. Trams weren't running. Bus stations locked up tight. The last actual human voice he heard was at 05.15.
God, that's isolating.
Totally.
Yeah.
His only contact after that, just before he started his log, was this single, really short, garbled Morse code burst. CW, they call it. Came over the shortwave band, maybe from Vienna, hard to tell. So he just starts transmitting weather data, radiation readings, emergency beacons, just calling out, Bonn, are you there? Into the void.
It's such a chilling start, isn't it? Going from what they said was a non-critical drill to just complete unexplained blackout, leaving him totally alone, just sending out signals, hoping for something back. And that silence from day one, it sounds like it only got worse as we move into Steel and Shadow.
Oh, yeah. We pick up on day 2, 07.10 hours. He notes the silence is heavier now, his words. Like the weight of a system that isn't sleeping, it's dead.
Yeah.
And this is where it shifts, from that digital failure to something much more physical, tangible.
Okay, so what starts happening on day 2? What breaks that silence?
Well, it's not necessarily broken in a good way. He starts picking up these new signals, and they are deeply unsettling. At 06:06 a.m., he gets this broken shortwave burst. Seems to be from somewhere near Erfurt. And it's just transmitting one word over and over. Schwarz.
Schwarz. That's German for black, right?
Black. Exactly. Just that single word. No context, no call sign, nothing. Just Schwarz. Imagine hearing that echo out of the static. What does it even mean? It's incredibly ominous.
Just black. Yeah, that sends a chill down your spine. What else? Were there other signs?
There were. Environmental stuff started getting weird, too. Radiation levels ticked up slightly, holding at 0.14 microsieverts. Now, that's still very low, biologically speaking, but any increase in this context is noteworthy, right?
Yeah, especially when you have no idea why.
Exactly. Plus, the wind shifted. Coming from the northeast, the barometer was still dropping. And he notes it's colder than it should be. He describes it really poetically, almost, like the air itself is pulling heat out of the ground.
Huh. Weird, almost supernatural sounding.
It does have that quality. But then there's something much more concrete. He cracks the shelter hatch just for 30 seconds to get a look outside with his sensor cam, and he sees them. 5 vapor trails, way up high. Too high for commercial jets, moving too fast for cargo planes, heading west.
Okay, unidentified aircraft. That's not good.
But here's the kicker, the really crucial detail. He never heard them. Completely silent. No sonic boom, not even the low rumble of afterburners you'd expect from something moving that fast at altitude. Think about that. Silent, high-speed, high-altitude craft appearing right after a global comms blackout. What does that suggest?
Advanced tech, stealth, something. Military, but maybe not something we know.
That's certainly what it points towards. And from these sort of ambiguous clues, these unsettling feelings, the situation then takes a very sharp turn. It moves from signals and weird weather to clear, undeniable kinetic action.
Okay, so this is where Steel and Shadow really earns its name.
Precisely. At 06.45, 6:45, he feels it, a pressure wave. He describes it as Small, subtle, but real. It just vibrates the shelter walls for less than 2 seconds. Something big went boom somewhere distant.
Explosion or an impact.
Likely an impact, something powerful. And then just 15 seconds later, two emergency pings burst through. They're from another station, Juliet Kilo 4. Last known position was near Trier. And the message is terrifyingly brief. Columns, black vehicles, no markings, moving fast.
Black vehicles, no markings.
And then silence. Nothing more from Juliet Kilo 4. That was his last transmission.
Just cut off. Wow. Those details. Black vehicles, no markings. What does that imply?
Yeah.
The lack of identification.
It's profoundly disturbing, isn't it? Standard military forces, even in conflict, usually have markings, flags, something. No markings suggest, well, something outside the usual rules. An unknown player, maybe deniable ops on a massive scale, or something entirely new. Rogue elements, an undeclared actor.
Chilling possibilities.
And the evidence keeps piling up. A bit later, a voice transmission comes through, but it's really degraded, breaking up badly. It's on a German emergency repeater frequency. You can only make out fragments. Castle burned. They're inside. And then, crucially, not NATO, too fast.
Not NATO, too fast. Burned. Okay, this is bad.
It's undeniable at this point. Based on the pressure wave, Juliet Kilo 4's message, the castle fragment, 9 Lima Charlie draws the only possible conclusion. He states it flatly in the log. We are in kinetic phase. And then clarifies, this is not a drill. This is not escalation. This is invasion.
Invasion. He actually uses that word. The shift is complete then.
Absolutely. From weird silence to active, hostile forces on the ground.
So amidst all this huge, terrifying event unfolding, what about him? What about 9 Lima Charlie personally, his connection to Bonn?
That's what makes these logs so powerful, I think. Even with evidence of invasion mounting, the macro-level catastrophe, he doesn't stop. He keeps trying to contact Bonn over and over, trying to reach his wife, transit authorities, hospitals, civil defense, anyone.
And still nothing.
Still complete silence from the city. It's heartbreaking. You hear the desperation. He's left grappling with this horrible choice. He actually says it. I don't know if I should prepare for refugees or wreckage.
Refugees or wreckage.
Yeah.
God, what a position to be in.
Yeah. And the episode, Steel and Shadow, it ends on this incredibly ominous sound cue. He starts hearing something new. In the distance, muffled at first, but getting louder, he describes it as a slow, rhythmic, metallic thud.
A thudding sound. Metallic.
Yes. Slow, rhythmic, metallic. Like something heavy, maybe armored, machinery. It's rising, getting closer as the log ends.
So it sounds like whatever those black vehicles were, they might be arriving near him.
Well, that's the terrifying implication, yeah.
Okay, so just to recap day 2 then, the silence of day 1, that mysterious signal loss, it didn't just continue. It morphed. It became the backdrop for actual boots and steel, as you said. Clear evidence of kinetic action, invasion by an unknown force.
Exactly. The digital ghost gave way to very real, very physical shadows and the impact of steel. It's a stark transformation. And through it all, you have 9 Lima Charlie. His resilience is incredible, really. Stuck in this bunker, totally isolated, dealing with potential personal loss, yet he's still there, still logging, still transmitting, still trying to find answers, to warn someone. He's not just recording events, he's bearing witness.
He really is. A lone voice trying to make sense of utter chaos.
Makes you think, doesn't it? How long could you keep that up? Maintain hope, maintain procedure when the world's falling apart around you?
It does. And it leaves us, and you listening, with some heavy questions, I think. I mean, what happens when the systems you rely on, the signals meant to connect and protect you, just evaporate? And the very first solid clue you get about what's happening is just that one word, Schwartz, black. What kind of reality are you facing when that silence is finally definitively broken by reports of black vehicles and the sound of metallic thuds getting closer? If you were that last voice, the one still broadcasting, what would you log?